Look, Mina! There are butterflies. All are looking so pretty.
Look at this plant, Sorrow and Mina. It's a perfect example of a living thing, or what we call a biotic part of the ecosystem.
Biotic? What does that mean?
So you know that all living things have a job, right? Plants, for example, are producers.
The ecosystem is like a big balance. If something changes, like too little rain or pollution, it can upset the whole system.
Hello, kids! I'm Captain AHS. Ever wondered how plants, animals, water, and even sunlight work together like a team? Today, we're diving into the world of ecosystems and their amazing parts.
Look, Mina! There are butterflies. All are looking so pretty. Wow! And I see the flowers moving in the wind. Everything is alive out there.
You're right, girls. The garden is full of life. You know, everything in the garden, from the tiniest bug to the biggest tree, is part of something much bigger, an ecosystem.
What's an ecosystem, Mama?
Well, sweetie, an ecosystem is like a big team made up of living things, like plants and animals, and non-living things, like the sunlight, water, and air. They all work together in one place, and that helps everything stay balanced.
So, the butterfly, the flowers, and the air are all working together?
Exactly! Everything plays an important role. Let's go outside and take a closer look. I'll show you how all the parts of an ecosystem work together.
Look at this plant, Sorrow and Mina. It's a perfect example of a living thing, or what we call a biotic part of the ecosystem.
Biotic? What does that mean?
Biotic just means anything that is alive, like plants, animals, and even tiny bugs like ants.
What about the sun? It's shining so bright. Is that part of the ecosystem too?
Yes, Mina. The sun is a very important non-living thing in the ecosystem. Non-living things are called abiotic. Sunlight, water, soil, and air, they're all abiotic parts that help living things grow and survive.
So, the plants need sunlight to grow, and the butterflies need the plants for food. And we need the plants to breathe.
Exactly. Everything is connected. The living things need the non-living things, and the non-living things rely on the living things. It's like a big team where everyone works together to keep things running smoothly.
So you know that all living things have a job, right? Plants, for example, are producers.
Producers? What do they produce?
Plants produce their own food using sunlight. It's called photosynthesis. They take sunlight, water, and air, and turn them into food for themselves. So, they make energy that the whole ecosystem needs.
So, the plants are like the chefs of the ecosystem, cooking up food for everyone?
Yeah. Now, the animals, like the butterfly, are consumers. They eat plants for food. Some animals are herbivores like the butterfly, because they eat only plants. Others, like lions or tigers, are carnivores because they eat other animals.
And we eat both plants and animals, so we're omnivores, right?
That's right, Mina. Now, there are also decomposers like fungi and bacteria. They break down dead plants and animals into tiny pieces, which go back into the soil to help the plants grow again. Everything is part of a big circle. The plants give food to the herbivores. The herbivores give food to the carnivores. And the decomposers clean up the leftovers so the plants can grow again.
The ecosystem is like a big balance. If something changes, like too little rain or pollution, it can upset the whole system.
So, if we cut down trees or pollute the water, the whole system can get messed up?
Yes, sorrow. That's why we need to take care of our planet. If we protect the ecosystems and keep everything balanced, the living things and non-living things will all keep working together. And remember, every little action counts. Whether it's planting a tree or recycling, we can all help the ecosystem stay healthy.
I'm going to start recycling more and tell Mina to plant a tree in our garden.
Looks like our family is helping the ecosystem too.
Yes, we are. And just like the animals and plants, we're all part of the big, beautiful ecosystem.
Now it's the time for quiz. Are you ready for a fun quiz to test what you've learned about ecosystems and their components? Let's see if you've got what it takes. It's quiz time. What is an ecosystem? A. A toy store. B. A big team of living and non-living things. C. A spaceship. The correct answer is option B. A big team of living and non-living things. An ecosystem is like a superhero team, plants, animals, air, water, and even sunlight, all working together. Which of these is a non-living thing? A. Biotic. A. Tree. B. Butterfly. C. Sunlight. The correct answer is option C. Sunlight. You got it! Sunlight isn't alive, but it's super important. It powers life on Earth. What do we call animals that eat plants or other animals? A. Producers. B. Consumers. C. Decomposers. The correct answer is option B. Consumers. Consumers chomp away on plants or other animals. They keep the food chain moving. What do decomposers do in the ecosystem? A. Play games. B. Make rain. C. Break down dead plants and animals. The correct answer is option C. Break down dead plants and animals. Decomposers are the cleanup crew of nature, turning waste into nutrients. What helps keep the ecosystem balanced? A. Cutting down trees. B. Taking care of nature. C. Throwing garbage everywhere. The correct answer is option B. Taking care of nature. Taking care of nature is how we keep our ecosystems happy and healthy. Now that we know what makes up an ecosystem, next time we'll explore the living and non-living things called biotic and abiotic factors that help it all work together. Don't miss out on more free, interactive lessons. Hit subscribe and join us on the journey to education without boundaries.